Hi guys, so the Education Secretary Gavin Williamson delivered a speech on Wednesday in Parliament about the reopening of schools. So let's hear what he had to say. He's also going to talk about testing, but I want to show you also the data related to the new cases, which is shocking.
This kind of mass testing will help protect not just children and young people. It will benefit everyone in the community. It will break those chains of transmission that are making infection rates shoot up. This, in turn, will make it safer for more children to physically return to school.
Now, I don't agree with this because it's not the testing that makes the situation safer. The testing shows you the extent of the problem. The way to make the situation safer is to have the follow on from testing, that being the isolation and the tracing, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
All pupils in exam years are to return during the week beginning the 11th of January, with all secondary school and college students returning full-time on the 18th of January. During the first week of term, on or after the 4th of January, secondary schools and colleges will prepare to test as many staff and students as possible and will only be open to vulnerable children and the children of key workers. The 1,500 military personnel committed to supporting schools and colleges will remain on task, providing virtual training and advice on establishing the testing process, with teams on standby to provide in-person support if required by schools.
Okay, so why are these restrictions being put in place? Why is the delay to schools opening being implemented? Well, it's because of the data. If we look at the data here from, let me just see if you can see it on your screen. Let me move it over. So you can see here, on the 29th of December, there were 53,135 cases. Now, there was a slight decrease on the 30th of December. We see here from this report from The Guardian, says UK records 981 deaths in highest COVID toll since April. There were 50,023 new cases on Wednesday. That was a slight, as you can see, a slight decrease on Tuesday of 3,000 new cases. But this is the reason why the schools have to be delayed, because I think the government realized that schools are an area where we're seeing a huge number of cases. And something has to be done about it. Now, testing, of course, is going to help. It's going to identify the number of new cases. It's going to help understand where the cases are taking place. But the government need to follow through with the right measures, those being self-isolating and tracing, and then following on from that, more self-isolating and tracing. I hope that the new restrictions that come in are sufficient to bring down the spread. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. We've heard from experts who are saying that even a tier 5 restriction is not going to be sufficient. It looks like we're going to have to go into another lockdown. And it's unfortunate because people have been suffering under these lockdowns. People want to get back to some sort of normality. It's important that politicians don't overpromise. Boris Johnson has this tendency to say, look, don't worry, we have this vaccine coming and everything will be okay. In the meanwhile, the government need to get a grip on the situation. They need to understand that this thing is out of control. New restrictions need to be brought in, and perhaps a lockdown. Unfortunately, that may be the case. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?